Okay, current game progress. Let me just talk a little bit about that. So right now we've been working on a bunch of combat changes. Those are not ready yet. Those will probably not be ready for about another month or two. But we are working on those underlying systems. Oh, I should probably silence my phone. Those changes are still coming. We are working on some other things. Let me look at my change list. I wrote it down somewhere. Combat progress. We're working on rebindable input keys. So this was an issue for Iyasu. His keyboard or their keyboard layout is not QWERTY. It's something entirely different. So WASD does not work for them. So making it so that they can rebind their keys to their proper keyboard layout is very important, and we're working on that right now. It's going to be command line based since we don't have time to work on the UI. I need to provide a video actually. Yeah, I need to provide a video for that on how to do that. Combat progress. I made a little video about admin powers so that admins, moderators in the game can fly around, observe players without being seen if needed, and take care of any issues. So they're gonna get kick powers, a way to ban if needed players inside the game, and deal with like item loss and some other powers. And those will go. We'll have community moderators in the game, so trusted players, kind of like a mentorship program. They can become mentors to newbies or moderators to make sure players don't get into trouble, or if they run into bugs, they can help get them unstuck, or if there were item loss, they can verify that the item did go missing and they get that fixed. Worked on some visual changes. Kind of hard to show. Well, actually, I could show it right here. What am I doing? Let me share my monitor so I can show the blog post in progress. I believe. There we go. Cool. And you can still see me. So yeah, input bindings, combat progress, the admin powers. Oh yeah, so I was working on some visual changes. Oh. So I'm not liking this hard edge around the trees, so I need to figure out a way to adjust this. So this is what the game is going to look like in the next update, which should come out soon. The main holdup is I'm still finishing up some character creation changes so that you can actually change your shirt color when you create your character. Some bugs were fixed. I want to get the update out in hopefully either today or tomorrow. Hopefully really soon. I'm gonna work on it today. Yeah. Hi. Hello. How do you say your name? Fifit Witch Boy. Hello. Welcome. Please ask me questions about the game's progress and whatever questions you have for the game. Right now, I will be answering some questions we've had earlier. Arctic Wolf 1066 asked, will the character models and costumes be more customizable eventually? The answer is yes. Definitely. I think we answered that last Q&A. I need to add that to the FAQ. We want more clothing styles, color customization, and a bunch of other intermixable parts. on Discord, Nextament asked, for the map size, we'll have some stuff. We'll have some stuff like Breath of the Wild has. It keeps players engaged, though it doesn't think the world is empty. Yeah. So Breath of the Wild is the masterclass for open world design. I've played a lot of it. I have their big design and art book, and it's definitely something to take a lot of examples of for open world. Hello, Mo Rover. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. Did you ask any questions earlier? I can answer any questions you have right now. Any questions? Let's see. Flora on Discord asked, does it have controller support? Very limited. It currently has very limited controller support, and some very little bit of. So still working on key rebinding, and not everything's controller supported right now, but I'm planning for full support later. Django Bob asked, is the game eventually going to be paid when it's fully released? I think I answered this last stream too, but I'm going to say it again because it's a question that's, I think, on the FAQ too. The game's going to be free to play with an optional membership and cash shop. There's no going to be once the game is fully released, there's no upfront charge. But as we go into beta testing, there will be charges to get into the beta tests as a founder pack / pre-order sale. Mo, are you on the Discord? I feel like you are, but I don't remember. Anyway, Mo, how are you doing? And I don't know if anyone got the said it, or I don't know if anyone heard it earlier. Kaz is normally going to join me on my left, but he is not available today. So right now it's just the new game logo. I see the mirror, so I always want to go right. Wait, I don't know my left and right. It's on my left. We just rebranded about 2 weeks ago. We did a nice little video for the comic characters and then used it to reveal the new logo. So that was fun. People seemed to like that video. It made me very happy. Let's see, any questions I had to answer. Please don't forget to ask questions in stream. Right now I'm just going through the questions on Discord. I will answer the questions on stream to the best of my ability. Will there be drivable / writable vehicles in the game? This was a question from Aviator. Yes, so there will be horses to ride. Probably other animals to ride along with horses. Probably some sort of cart or vehicle system. And then there's going to be boats. Lots of boats. I want you to be able to drive boats, pilot boats, steer boats, because I want you to be able to go from the mainland to the Basseton Islands through boat in real time. So prepare. So hopefully there's going to be some high sea adventures. Your university closed. Theoretical thesis. So you didn't even move to online classes. It's just closed down. My wife's. I'm still working for now, but my wife's school. She teaches high school. is closed down for the next month. So that's a bummer. Okay, let's see. Aviator also asks, will there be steam engines? And I say, no, not yet, at least. So it's definitely more high fantasy. So anything mechanical related is probably going to incorporate magic in one way or another. So instead of a normal combustion engine, it's going to use something for using magic power. But that's probably going to be far off once we're into the actual content creation phase. Right now we're just in the building the mechanics and using normal simpler systems phase, or simpler creations. So regular horses, so horses, regular animals, some maybe some magical animals, but nothing really mechanical. Nothing more than your bachelor. Mo says nothing more than my bachelor to do this semester. So does that mean you only have a few? That means you have like 1 or 2 classes just for you to graduate. Okay, another question. Again from Aviator, what software do you guys use to paint textures, or do you do it directly in Blender? I do some modeling. Yeah. Hold on. Testification mechanical. I was talking about writable mounts or vehicles in the game. It's not really going to be mechanical. It's going to start with animals and horse-drawn carriages for now. And if in the future we do go somewhere more mechanical route for vehicles, it would be some sort of Magitech, where it's mostly magic that's working on it with a little bit of machines, not like Steam. Aviator was asking about it before, and some questions we've had. So back to the question. What do we use to paint textures for our 3D models? I personally use either Blender or like Photoshop or Glimpse for like a text editor. Nextament in Discord has been working on some models for us, and he also uses Blender. I've dabbled in Substance Painter, but I didn't really get a grasp for that. But I am starting to look at Armor Paint. Armor Paint seems to be a free 3D painting program, kind of like ZBrush and Substance Painter. And they just got a Epic Mega grant, so they're about to expand their development. And it's cool because they seem to be free. Testification asks, what do you define as Magitech? So I mean Magitech kind of like so if you have something that's completely magically powered, it just kind of, you would think of like a magic carpet or something that's just like floating just because it's magic. Magitech kind of takes that magic and kind of condenses it down, so you could kind of make like a engine using magic. So it's supposed to be more like a kind of like a cross between steampunk and it's kind of like steampunk, but instead of steam it uses magic for the propulsion. So you can make like magic guns that fire lasers or something. Magic lasers. And that's what I think of when I say Magitech. So kind of like a hybrid. Fox Treat asks, how long has the development been for this? If you want to count, if I count from for this iteration, I've been working on this part for 3 years. That does not count the prototyping and other projects I've started beforehand, but at the moment, I would estimate a good 3 years working on it. And this is we've been making good progress, and I'm hoping to be done by the end of the year. But I think I think my target's going to slip. So we'll see. Yeah, goods would kind of be cool, but I don't want them yet. Uh, I mean, we're going to be starting with bows and arrows and magically powered bows. Um, Guns are going to be like one of the last additions at the end when we're trying to keep retention or something in like 5 years. And they'll be like an alternative to bows or crossbows. Actually, magically altered crossbows would be cool. That'd be fun. Because I don't want to go like full. I don't want to do like a full-on gun, because that's, I don't know. I don't think it will fit. But a crossbow that's kind of what would it do? Kind of like magic homing bolts or something. I could see that working. Last semester, no other things to do. Mo Rover, I wish you luck. Get that degree. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Fox Street asked, what is the current level cap? Currently, it is level 100, although when you die, your level resets as kind of like a soft permadeath. So I don't expect anyone to actually hit the level cap. So it's not... So, and the reason why is because your level resets, you can kind of recreate your character, at least how you look, because you're the next of kin of your previous character, but you keep all your skills, which is your main progression. So your character level will make it so that you can gain progress quickly, but you will also lose it. Where the skills are your longer term progression. And hello, Neon. This is... I hope you can... Oh, wait. I don't know why you're saying new phone who dis is completely wrecking my mind right now. Yeah, just doing Q&A. You have any questions for me? While I look at some other questions. I've been a few years ago, I barely drank any coffee, and now I drink coffee almost every day. And now that I've only had 1 cup of coffee today, I feel like I need more, but I probably don't need more. I'm just kind of sluggish in the morning, and I don't speak good. Concept of art of magic tech? No, I do not. Sorry. These are just ideas that I'm currently processing in my mind, and I'm not an artist, and I would have to hire someone to do the art for that. Third Fleet Wolf asked, what is the minimum rig needed to run the game? So right now the game is very unoptimized, so you would need like a higher powered rig or computer for that, for it to run. So I'm recommending right now a somewhat new Intel Core i5 or equivalent, the NVIDIA GeForce 1050 or equivalent, and at least 8 gigs of RAM, and that's for 720p at 30 FPS. Neon, Magitech. Oh yeah, what does Tom say about Magitech? I'm curious. Yeah. So people have been asking about like magic based combustion engines. I'm just saying that vehicles based on that was like. Oh, or whatever. Yeah, I like adding whatever too. Yeah, so Magitech would come like far far in the game's future after regular horse-drawn carriages and other kind of magic vehicles exist. So yeah, Magitech or whatever. Aircrafts or airships. I say no, not yet. But that answer can change in the far future. So so these are all questions from Aviator. He's really into the tech part. So it seems. So I guess that's just what the theme of this stream is today. West Nekon asks, what are your plans for the game so far? So far. So I have three design pillars so far. One of them is adventure. The world needs to be fun to explore, and there needs to be things to do. Two, it's a community. It's an online game, so it's supposed to bring people together in the world of TwoKinds. So, which is kind of why I'm dropping the heavier PvP aspect. Because originally, I was young and naive, and I wanted full open world PvP. And I don't think that's going to be viable for long-term players, because that would just end up turning the game into a gank box. So I think there's definitely going to be a lot of realm versus realm, and there's going to be a lot of PvP stuff to do, but it's going to be more optional. Like, you have to turn it on. And three, creativity. I want players to be able to make the world their own, so there's going to be a lot of player crafting, buildable housing in the world. You don't have to be like combat focused. You can play it social, exploring, crafting, etc. Yes, that is the new logo. So unfortunately, Kaz, my partner developer, wasn't available to make it today. So I just put up the other logo because I don't want to change my layout. I got it working last month, and I'm not changing it until I need to. But yes, this is the new logo on the stream. It's a lot better, isn't it? Do you like it? Yeah, I like it too. I like it a lot. Let's see. Django Bob asks campaign with just the question mark. Single word question mark. So I think I've discussed it before. I'm not really a fan of single player campaign quests in MMOs. They give you stuff to do, but they feel too single player focused. And if I'm going to play a single player game or a single player story, I'm going to play a single player game. So, I want most quests and overarching stories to be group based. So you may not be like the hero of the world, but you can be a hero of the world. So you and your party will go on either like you have to infiltrate one of the other kingdoms or something. And I do want to provide some single player focused stories. But that will mostly be tied to side things like joining factions, like joining the Templar, or joining like a magician's guild, or other stories like that. And then I want some other larger story campaigns that are focused on like a war between two factions. So I wish I had more to flesh that out with. But you're not gonna be like the main focus like the characters in the comic. You're gonna be probably one of those other characters, not the main one. Let's see. Okay, West Nekon asked again. Okay. Where's the question? Combat. How is the combat system going to work? So combat is going to be action based. So you're gonna click your mouse, kind of like I guess Dark Souls. Click your mouse, you swing your sword. But then you're gonna do a few hit combos. So usually with a sword, you're gonna hit about three times, and then you're in like a cooldown stage. So then you have to do a little bit of recovery, and then you could start attacking again. With keeping that in mind, you would want to hit your enemies enough until they stagger so they can't retaliate, although there is going to be some attack retaliation right after. So if you're quick, you can go into a defense block, or if you wear enough armor, you could prevent yourself from being staggered / stunned. So that's going to be the main thing. So if you're attacking quick, you can then block or just take some damage, and then you can attack right back. So you're kind of going to be trading hits, but a little bit better than what the current combat is, because currently it only takes one hit to stun you, and that gets you stun locked really fast, and that's why the current foxes are very deadly, because they kill me a lot too. There's another question from Aviator. Are there any plugins or mods created by the community? Because of how little development time we have right now, we're not going to officially support mods, and if we are, it's going to be mostly for the UI. Since this is a multiplayer game, you're not going to really be able to change how the actual game works, but you can at least change some of the information in the visualization. But that's if we support it, which we're not really planning to. At least not until the game comes out fully. And that's all the Discord questions I have queued up, so please ask me more, or else I'm going to go on rambling about something for the next 20 minutes. Neon, any questions? Mo Rover, any questions? Questions, please. Or I could show you current game progress, I guess. I'll open that up in the background. Questions? Questions? Okay. Project's still opening. Let's see. What else can I bring up? Let's see. I'm starting to ramp up more developments. I'm trying to get more people into the project. That's kind of happening in the next month or two. Because mostly it's been me in the code, and then a few people here and there making models. And hopefully that's going to change real soon. And that should speed us up. Okay, Mo, Oh, Mip is here. It's okay, Mo. Just you can take your time. Mip, give me questions. Hello, Slagathor Rex. Your name's kind of fun. Actually, your name is really fun. Testification asks, how's the map? Do you mean like the map of the world? How's that coming along? Because if so, right now it's mostly just still the little test area. Although we are, for the main world, we are mostly working on Edenmire, and then we'll be kind of expanding out from that area. So the plan is to hitting most of the areas that the comic hits, because those are the best laid out, and so that's going to be Edenmire, where the comic is right now, Pinewood, which is where the comic started. Wreathwood, which is one of the port towns. They leave right before, or they leave heading to the Baston Islands, and then we'll be creating the Baston Islands in some way. Are there screenshots of the main play area? The main one. So the main screenshots we have right now are just of the inn, which is the background that I have for the stream. I mean, it's still all in progress. I have some older shots of a fly through the city, but those are really old now, and I don't have anything current. Mip asks, party size, EXP loot share, any thoughts? Party size, I want a max of 8, I think. I think that would be a reasonable party. EXP share, I haven't given it much thought, other than I want settings. We'll probably, I mean, so kill is probably what matters most for loot. So for EXP share, I was gonna have like the party leader can either have it on or off, and then for loot share, I don't know. What sounds fair, Mip? Having loot share on as a pool and letting the party do like the need or greed rolls, or kind of do it as like whoever gets the kill gets the loot rights. Anyways, so I'm gonna cut over to the game real quick. Ta-da! So right now I'm working on some shirt colors. So these are all I have at the moment, but these are going to be randomized, and you can re-roll what shirts you have. But right now my randomization doesn't work because I'm still in the middle of progress. Yeah. And then you could also pick what, if you want to start with gloves, and humans don't have foot wraps yet, but Cadron do. Oh, their clothes don't change it, only Bastons. Ta-da! They can wear gloves. Let's see. Oh, I played Metin too. Yeah, I've played a few games where there were some settings for the parties. I don't remember how detailed they go to. Oh man, full random loot. You get this. I'm also assuming that you're gonna share between your needs for who gets the loot too. But I guess I probably shouldn't fully assume. So for the XP share goes to the lowest level. Does that mean? That's kind of weird. I gotta think about that. How about movements? Currently in the game we have high jumps. Are you going to let people run around roofs, or maybe restrict the free movement to wilderness only? If you can get on the roof, you can run on the roof. I don't mind. I don't mind because it's supposed to be a fully open world. And I'm not good enough at level design to actually close that off on people. Ooh. I do have, let me boot up the game real quick. Currently working on some platforming stuff in general. Oh, wrong scene. Give me a moment. So I'm working on platforming. So now depending on how long you hold your jump height will change. So you no longer have to do your full jump. You can now hop around, which I will demonstrate on video. And then I have to add more platforming. So it's simple. It doesn't feel 100% perfect. But it's I'm now sending that. I'm now actually paying attention to the input. So this is the short hop, and this is the long hop. If you can feel the difference. Short hop, hop, long hop, and then mid hop. So just it looks like I need to buffer the input so that I can just tap early, and then longer. And air movement is just a little different from ground movement, so hopefully you can do some cool platforming with it. Let me see. And I'll show you the difference on my little platforming area I have right here. So with the short hop, I can no longer make this jump. With the long hop, I can continue making this jump as usual. And then to truly test it, I need to make it so that a jump that you can make with a long hop, you can't make with the short. So we'll see. Let's see. Wait, Metin 2 has skills for learning other people's regional languages? I did not know that. Yeah, so I want some sort of like chat encryption so that if Cajun want to speak in their language, humans that don't understand it will just see garbled text. So that way you can use like an in-reason lore to be able to chat locally and have that happen, but not have other players understand it, unless of course they actually have experience, or they actually have the skill to speak another language. I'm gonna be right back. I need to grab some water. My mouth is drying out from all this talking. So, be right back. Okay, I am back. Yeah, I have water now, so I should, my throat shouldn't be so dry. Okay, how will I implement a personal map? UI map in the journal, both are something else. What about the design? Would it be vibrant with colors or map with more muted colors? Oblivion, Lord of the Rings, Hobbit style map, or combination depending on importance and attention to detail. So, world map, yes, that is going to be important. Right now, the map just looks like this, which is just light outlines, low shapes. So I want it to look like more like kind of like a hand-drawn map. So I want like the ocean, cartography, line, same with the landmass. This is probably gonna be the shape of the detail that you're gonna see more of. If I can, I also want some height outlines to give it a little bit more details. The icons gonna be bigger. Some bridge here. So yeah, I want it to look kind of like paper, kind of like cartography paper, but with a bit more color, which is why I have the sky or the water blue. If that give you ideas for what I'm trying to do. Mip asks, will this limit stuff somewhat? Maybe you can't trade / add friends if you don't speak other language. Speaking of limitations, do you think having a level requirement for trading can be used to limit trade bots. I mean, yeah, I can. I mean, just restricting, like, let's see. Restricting, a character age, or like, real lifetime age. Like, if your character was made in the last 20 minutes, that would cut it off. Although, that would... no, that's too short. Yeah, I mean, if you don't hit level 2 or 3, you can't trade with players. That would be a decent thing, because you should be able to get those really fast. Those few levels really fast. So, but if it's just a trade bot, I don't know. I don't know if that would be good or not. I don't know. Still gotta think about that. Yeah. I'm a fan of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, so like the paper parchment maps just look really cool and are my favorite. But I also have to generate it in the game, so this is pretty much where we're at now. Let me see. Any other questions, or do you want me to answer anything more in detail that was asked a little earlier? Need more water? I don't usually talk this long. Someone just asked if I'm streaming, and I said yes. Okay. Let me see if I can find where the sun is. Let's finish jumping up here. There we go. Let's see. I don't know if I've shown... I'm still showing the map. I don't think I've shown all the changes. Combat's kind of... So I can now queue up attacks. So if I click twice, it kind of attacks twice. But the animation's broken, which is why I'm saying that combat's not right yet. Let me see what the NPCs are doing. They're kind of bugged right now. Store's been raided for toilet paper. Yes, the craze is real. People are freaking out. And I guess that can't be helped. We're doing good here. Nothing really too worried about it. Not really too worried. Maybe this will give me more time to work on the game. Who knows? This tree kind of annoys me because it's right in my walkway. Oh yeah, Mip, you're in Italy. How's that been like? Oh, you know what? I turned off the NPCs over here. So, if you remember last month, there was a bug with the doors. Now they fully open and close. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I'm targeting. Oh, it says button west. So, if I play with the controller... I don't know why it says button west. It should show... No, it should show my, it should show my keyboard. Why is it showing button west? Oh, no. Okay, that's a bug I gotta find out. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the texture glitch right there either. It's some sort of overlap. Oh, you know what? It's probably because it's the floor goes all the way to the corner of the wall right there. See how, yeah, see how the edge goes all the way to here? So it's under the wall right there too. So there must be some sort of render light issue, just close enough where they're fighting with each other. So that's kind of annoying. Let's see. It's opening to all the buildings. Yay! Let's see. Oh, except for this one. I don't know what makes that one special. Anyways. Yeah, game progress is coming along. I'm currently working on combat and some other customization stuff. I've been streaming for 51 minutes. So, if we got a few more questions, that's good. Otherwise, I might code a little on stream or just finish up. Oop. Boop, boop, boop. Gotta switch this again. Okay. Yes, that is why why I've been creating the combat queue system. It's so that you can queue up your combos. So you can queue up the combos without worrying about input lag. So you can do your 3-hit sword combo, get those in, hopefully stun or prevent the enemy from retaliating, even with a higher ping. And then once, so yeah, it also allows me to queue up like different emote actions between, and yeah, it's just really helpful. Based off that yawn, I think I'm already tired. Thank you everyone for watching. I will be ending the stream real soon unless there's any last minute questions. And then I will be putting this video up on YouTube for anyone else to watch afterwards. So everybody, thank you for watching and goodbye.